A couple things. Donald Trump is going to dismantle the Department of Education. Yeah, the whole thing. He wants to get rid of it. If you didn't know that, we've been telling you for a long time he wants to get rid of the Department of Education, which funds public schools around the country. That means that our public schools that we have now will not exist in the same way. Very likely could go away and be replaced with private or charter schools, which is so bad for low-income people. Oh my God. Also, if you got a student loan, that does not mean that it gets forgiven. It does not. It's probably, because no one's ever thought of doing this before, it's probably gonna be given to private industry. So it's probably gonna be sold off to some private company, which is notorious for being very good to work with. Yeah. And also you're probably not gonna, be able to get a student loan. So if you're about to go to college, if you are 18 and you voted for Trump and you're about to go to college, guess what? You might not be able to take out a student loan through the federal government because Donald Trump is gonna dismantle the Department of Education. That means you have to go through private loans, which are so much more expensive and are not subsidized while you're in school. Oh my God. So you're telling us that you're going to restrict our reproductive rights, and then when we do have kids, our kids are not going to go to fully funded public schools. They're going to have to go to private or charter schools that might not be the best fit for them or might not be the most accessible for them. And then when they do eventually maybe want to go to college, they're going to have to sign up for even more expensive private student loans with high interest rates and are not subsidized while they're going to school. Sick. Cool. Yeah. Get the IUD. If you're thinking about getting an IUD, get an IUD. It'll last the entirety of his presidency. Get an IUD if you can. Consult your doctor. Do it now. I'm being genuine. Do it now if you don't want kids in the next 4 years.
The Department of Education goes, so do the IEPs. My son has an IEP and we are heavily reliant on it. He has a lot higher needs than most children. And without an IEP, we have nothing. He is going to be stripped of all of his rights to an education that is specific to him. And yet they want us to have more children, but we can't even take care of the children that are currently here, especially if we get rid of the Department of Education. And those types of services are incredibly expensive. So even if you're middle class, your child who has an IEP, their services could literally financially destroy you. And for those who are lower than middle class, it's going to be, does my kid eat or does my kid get services? And that's obviously going to be a clear choice. I know what I'm going to be doing to protect myself as a woman, but what do I do to protect my son? Because he, again, is about to lose all of his rights and access to an education that he needs and deserves. No child left behind. There's going to be a lot of children left behind.